is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
A first run now for Kyron Williams. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jawan Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Play action. Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jawan Bentley. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw, Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give running right is Mitchell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 2, Stafford. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. You talk about this Rams defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
Throwing is Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So his first sack of the game, but CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down. Play action. Now Williams sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll go play action here with Williams. Rolling to his right. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw, Williams. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Now a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Williams. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are back within a score. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Here's Stafford. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now Williams, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On play action, here's Williams. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Well, they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, and instead, here's Swift. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Caleb Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
To throw, it's Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. 3rd and 2. They'll try and throw with Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. On fourth down, here's Williams. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Juwan Bentley there to get him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 3rd and 9. Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd down and 8. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Williams going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. It's the fullback. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
Here's Swift. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. On 1st down at Stafford. This one swung out to Williams, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Stafford, he's going to change things up. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2nd and 6 coming up. Another run with Mitchell.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Stafford now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here comes 2nd down. A give here to Mitchell.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. On the handoff, Mitchell.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that bone, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. This ball intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it, and the Rams are going to